Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game 66 in the Washington Nationals replay. We have left San Diego and are now in the Windy City to play two games against the Chicago White Sox. The picture says U.S. Cellular Field, but of course, as of 2019, it was renamed Guaranteed Rate Field. I have no idea what they call it now. Maybe it's still Guaranteed Rate, but ballparks change sponsorship so often, you never can keep track sometimes on how they want to name things. But anyway, that's where we're at. And the pitching matchup, it'll be little used Despaigne. I'm just going to call him O Despaigne or Odris Despaigne because I don't want to pronounce his first name. He had 3 starts on the 2019 season. This was the first one. He had 3 starts. He has not pitched in the major leagues after this. So apparently his major league career is over after these 3 starts. He has 1 here and then 2 more, and then he's done. But he did start this game. He is 0-2 with a 9.45 ERA on the season. This is his first start, so I have no previous numbers for him. And he'll be opposed by right-hander Anibal Sanchez of the Nationals, who is 4-2 with a 3.96 ERA in 11 starts. So let's get the lineups going. The rosters pretty much haven't changed. We just played. The Nationals just played the White Sox right before the Padres series, so the lineups pretty much didn't change. The only thing that I can see that was an addition is the White Sox. Let's see if it's even an addition at all. Yeah, little used reliever, and I'm not even sure how you pronounce that name. I think it's Tiago Vieira, maybe. He's on the roster, but he may not even get in these 2 games because look at his numbers, 1-0 with a 9 ERA. He's on the roster officially, but not sure I want to bring him in unless it's a blowout of some sort. Everybody else pretty much consistently the same as far as the roster goes. We go to the standings, and both the Mets and the Washington Nationals won last week, or yesterday's game, or previous game to this one, Game 65. So the Nationals stay 3 games behind the Mets. Atlanta and Philly hanging back 8 and 9. Next game will be the final game of the series. It'll be Patrick Corbin against Manuel Banuelos, or Manny Banuelos, I think is how it's pronounced. Let's look at the lineup for the Nationals in this game. Trey Turner leads off at short, Adam Eaton in right, Rendon at third, Soto in left, Kendrick the DH. It's the first game the Nationals will be using the DH all year, and it's right here. Kendrick is your DH, Adams at first, Dozier at second, Suzuki catching, and Robles batting 9th. Defensively for the White Sox, Jimenez is in left, Garcia is in center, Tilson is in right, Moncada at third, Anderson at short, Sanchez at second, Alonso at first, McCann catching the offerings of Despaigne. So Despaigne is on. And like I said, this is his debut of the 2019 season. He made 3 starts total, and then his major league career ended. All right, now whether he comes back this year or next year, who knows? But as of 2019 in June, at the end of June, his career was over, at least in the majors. Maybe he's in the independent league or somewhere like that. I don't know, or minors. All right, so Trey Turner will lead it off, hitting .233 on the season. And this game from Guaranteed Rate Field, played on a Monday night, June 10th, is now underway. Trey Turner hitting .233, 4 homers, 13 driven in. 3-6, that's a blank. We go to Trey Turner. 4-1, that's a ground ball to third. Moncada is there, 1 away. That will send us to Adam Eaton. Adam Eaton. And I finally figured out how to put in that play from the last game where Eaton got it credited with the base hit, but hitting Trey Turner in the base pass. I had to give him a fielder's choice. It's the only way the computer would accept it, so kind of stole a hit away from Eaton, but, you know, what are you going to do? All right. So now that'll bring up Eaton hitting .248, 7 homers, 35 driven in. 3-4, and that's a strikeout chance, and Eaton is gone. So Despaigne, nice first 2 batters of the game. He can face up to 23, so he's got some length if he can hang around and be effective. Here's Rendon 289, 14 homers, 36 driven in. That's a 5-4. That's a walk plus, and Rendon will draw the 2-out walk. Rendon has an attempt of 1, but nothing's happening. So that'll bring up Juan Soto. Soto hitting 267, 14 homers, and 43 driven in. 1-3 is a blank. We go to Juan Soto. 3-6, that's a ground ball to second, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the first. It is Washington nothing, and Chicago coming to bat. So Despaigne, a quality first inning. And that'll take us to Anibal Sanchez. And we'll look at the numbers very quickly on Sanchez for the replay. As I said, he's 4-2 with a 3.96 ERA in through 11 starts. 61 1/3 innings pitched, 57 hits, 31 runs, 27 earned, 23 walks, and 50 strikeouts. And we'll look at the lineup for the White Sox that he will be facing. Garcia's in center, Moncada's at third, Abreu the DH, McCann catching, Jimenez in left, Alonso at first, Anderson is short, Sanchez at second, and Tilson in right. So Leury Garcia is going to be the first one to get a crack at Anibal Sanchez. Garcia on the replay, or again, these are all from the Replay Baseball PC. And that game engine is creating all these replay stats for the White Sox. He's hitting 299, no homers, and 16 driven in. It's a 3-6 on Sanchez. This is a range play. We go to Garcia. 4-1, and against a right-hander, that is a fly to left. The range of Soto is a 3. And Soto can't get it. Is it a double? No, base hit. Leadoff single for Garcia, as Soto was unable to get to that one. Just out of his reach. Leadoff man is on. Garcia has an attempt of 3, plus 1 from Sanchez is a 4. But nothing going on with that. That'll bring up Moncada. 5-4. That's a hit by pitch chance. He's a 5, -4, so no hit by pitch. Moncada will swing. 5-6. Star 5, that's a ground ball to short. Could be a double play. However, he's a 0. He's a -1. And by playing halfway, it's a 0. So when you get a play of a 0 like that, that's when I got to figure out, is it a fielder's choice or is it runner advance? Not sure I've ever had one where the total result was a 0. So let me see if I can figure out how that's done. Let's see here. Garcia, his run rating's a 5. So I think we're going to roll 1d6 and see if he can beat that and get to second. He actually becomes a 4 because the infield's halfway. It's a 1. So Garcia is going to advance. So it's going to be a 6-3 putout with Garcia going to second. I hope I did that right. That's the only thing I can think of when the double play rating is a 0. I'm just checking to see if it's a fielder's choice or not. And since Garcia's run rating beat that D6 roll, he gets second base. At least that's the way I think it should be played. If that's incorrect, somebody can let me know. All right, here's Jose Abreu, the DH. He's hitting 257, 12 homers and 40 driven in. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Sanchez, 2-1. It's an automatic out on a star line. And Abreu will fly to center field. That's out number 2. Now to get from second to third on the fly to center, you lose 1 to your base run rating. That makes him a 4. Robles is a -1, makes him a 3. So 1 to 3, he makes third base. He does not, he has to hold. So unable to move up. And now there's 2 away for James McCann, the catcher. Nothing on the havoc there. Sanchez to McCann. 2-1 is another automatic out. And it's going to be a ground ball to short to end the inning. So for the White Sox, no runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left at the end of one. No score here at the former U.S. Cellular Field, now Guaranteed Rate Field. We go to the second. And Despaigne back out. Kendrick is your batter. So Kendrick is hitting .299, 9 homers, 38 driven in. 4-3 is a possible walk. 7 will walk him. So a leadoff walk to Kendrick as the Nationals get that lead runner aboard. Kendrick, an attempt of 1. So nothing's happening. Brings up the first baseman, Matt Adams. 6-1 is blank. We go to Adams. 5-1 is a fly to left, 1 down. And Kendrick, when he walked, that was the initial designated hitter of the season for the Nationals. Here's Brian Dozier. Again, a 1 for anything to happen. Nothing's happening. Despaigne, 2-4. That's a ballpark card. We're going to Guaranteed Rate Field. 3-1, and that's a blank. That's a blank, so it's a rare play, and we're going to the rare play chart with a runner on base. And we roll 2d6s. 65. So on a 65, it says 3-2 pitch called a ball or for a walk. Catcher argues calling is thrown out of the game. So Brian McCann has just been ejected from the game, arguing balls and strikes with home plate umpire Chad Whitson. And so Chad Whitson has given him the heave-ho. So we will have to make a switch here. McCann's going to leave, and their backup catcher, Wellington Castillo, will have to come in and catch the rest of the game. Rich Renteria out to argue, but it's too late, as Whitson says, you're out of here. In the meantime, it will be a walk to Dozier. But now Castillo will be the new catcher, and McCann is getting an early shower. So we go back to this part here. Dozier does draw the base on balls, thanks to that call from Chad Whitson, as now Despaigne is kind of giving Whitson a look out there, thinking he's getting squeezed. I think he's happy his catcher stuck up for him, but getting ejected was not part of the plan. But that's the way it goes. So he's ejected, and now we move on. Kurt Suzuki, the batter, hitting .303, 4 homers, 19 driven in. No strategy roll this time. 5-6, strikeout chance 19, though, is too much. Go to Suzuki, 4-1, and against a righty, that's a fly to center. Can the runner move up? Kendrick, I forgot to write the run ratings in. I usually do. I did that in the game against San Diego. Forgot to do it here. Kendrick runs at a 3. Kendrick runs at a 3. You lose 1. Drops him to a 2. And then Garcia's a -1, drops him to a 1. So this has to be a 1 for him to move up. And it's not. He's got to hold. So fly to center. Kendrick kind of fake trying to bait a throw and just didn't work. So he'll stand pat. 2 down now with 2 on for Victor Robles, hitting .231, 6 homers, 29 driven in. Despaigne, 6-5's a walk plus, and that will be a base on balls because he's an 8. -1's a 7, but the plus makes it a 17, and that's what that is. So another walk, and that's going to load the bases. 3 walks in the inning for Despaigne, and he really feels like Chad Whitson is just squeezing him to death on the strike zone. So Rich Renteria may need to get involved, but you argue balls and strikes, you get tossed. That's just the way it goes. So Despaigne's got to pitch all around that with Trey Turner. 4-3, and that's a potential another walk, and it is a walk. It's walking in a run. Now he's just lost his composure, and Whitson's saying that's not even close. What do you expect me to call on that? So he has just walked in a run. And the Nationals are on the board thanks to the bases loaded walk to Trey Turner. That brings up Adam Eaton. Despaigne, 6-5's a walk plus. He's going to walk another one. So Despaigne now with 5 walks in the inning. And they better not say anything to Whitson because he's telling them, look, you know, you just do your thing here. So bases are again loaded as Eaton draws the RBI off a walk. All this with 2 outs. I mean, there were 2 outs and only runners at first and second. But now all of a sudden, Despaigne can't find the strike zone. He did walk 7 in 13 and a third innings, but just finding some bad rolls right now. 3-1 is a strikeout chance unless he's tired. He is not tired. It's a 15, but no strikeouts, so Rendon will swing. 3-4, and that's a double to left field. That's worse than the walk. Rendon doubles, at least 2 will score. We know Robles is going to score from third, and Turner is going to score from second. Eaton, his run rating is a 5. There are 2 outs, makes him a 6. The double to left Jimenez is a 0. And when you try to reach on a double to left from first base, you add 1, makes him a 7, so he scores automatically. It is a base clearing double from Anthony Rendon. And just like that, the Nationals now have exploded to a 5-0 lead. And Juan Soto, the 9th man to bat in the inning. 1-2 is a straight up single, and that'll bring home Rendon from second. It is now 6-0. And the Nationals now have batted around as Howie Kendrick, who led off the inning with a walk, is back up to hit again. And the bullpen for the Sox is loosening. All this kind of took them by surprise because they had 2 outs, thinking they were going to be done with it. But now it looks like Juan Minaya is in the bullpen loosening, a right-hander. Here's Kendrick. 6-1. Well, first of all, Soto is at first base, and he's got an attempt of 1, but no attempt there, so don't worry about that. 6-1 is blank on Despaigne. We go to Kendrick. 5-3, he's going to ground it back to the pitcher, and the inning is finally over. But for the Nationals, they pick up 6 runs. They do it on just 2 hits, unbelievably. Just a single and a double, that was it. But a whole bunch of walks. No errors, and they leave 1 on base. So we go to the bottom of the second. It is 6-0 Washington. And the final game of the Padres series was a blowout. I'm hoping this is not going to be a blowout as well. I think that's going to be all for Despaigne. He is not coming back. They are going to go to Juan Minaya going forward. So Juan Minaya is going to be in the third inning. But right now, Anibal Sanchez just given a gift of a 6-run lead. And he'll be facing Eloy Jimenez to start the bottom of the second. Jimenez hitting .219, 6 homers, 14 driven in. 3-2, and that's a blank. We go to Jimenez. 3-2 again is a single just past Rendon for a leadoff hit. So maybe the White Sox think they're coming back. We shall see. Here's Alonso. Nothing on the strat roll. 5-2, that's the ballpark card. We're going to guaranteed rate field. 5-1, that's a star 6, which is a fly to center. 1 away. And Alonso is retired. He was only a 150 hitter so far with the 5 homers and 15 driven in. Tim Anderson is up now hitting .293, 8 homers and 21 driven in. Nothing on the havoc. 3-3 from Sanchez. It's a strikeout chance, but 19 is too much. Go to Anderson. 5-4, and that is a single past the pitcher. And let's see if the runner can get to third. On an S1, to get from first to third, you have to have a 4 or better on the run rating. And Jimenez runs at only a 2. So he has to stay put at second base. But it is a base hit for Anderson to put 2 on. with one out for Yolmer Sanchez. Nothing happening. So Sanchez versus Sanchez. 6-2. Yolmer is a switch hitter batting left, so the 6-2 means a strikeout is in play, and he will strike out because that's a 3. So Anibal got the better of Yolmer on that one with a strikeout. 2 down for Charlie Tilson, right fielder. 5-3, that's a blank. We go to Tilson. 2-6 star 5, that's a grounder to short to end the inning. So for the Sox, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the third, it's 6-0 favor of Washington. And new pitcher coming on for the White Sox is Juan Minaya. And Minaya on the replay checks in at no wins, no losses, no saves, a 2.37 ERA. In 12 games, he's thrown 19 innings. So he will be on, Mr. Minaya. Despaigne showing why he may not be around too much longer in the league. Giving up those 2 runs. 2 innings, giving up 6 runs on just 2 hits, but he walked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got him for 6 walks in just 2 innings of pitching. And he struck out 1. All right, so Minaya is on, and he'll be facing Matt Adams to lead off the top of the third. Nationals lead at 6-0 here at Guaranteed Rate Field. 3-3 on Minaya is another walk chance, but 19's too much. Adams, 2-1. He's going to ground to short. 1 away. So 1 down, and Mr. Whitson, the home plate umpire, has already barked out to both benches. He doesn't want to hear anything. He's going to have a short fuse. Here's Brian Dozier. He's already ejected the catcher. 1-4, it's a strikeout chance. 12 is too high. We go to Dozier. 6-1, he grounds to second. 2 down. And that'll send us to Kurt Suzuki. 5-6, that's a strikeout chance, and he got him. So 1-2-3 inning. Minaya showing him how it's done, or at least showing Despaigne how it's done. Gets the Nationals 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the third. Still 6-0 in favor of Washington. And it'll be the top of the order, Lurie Garcia to lead it off against Sanchez. Garcia, Moncada, and Abreu. And Garcia got a single his first time up, but was stranded at second base. 2-1 is an automatic out for Anibal Sanchez, and it's going to be a fly to center. 1 away. And that will send us to Yoan Moncada. 5-5 is a possible error. 2-1. Question mark 8 against a right-hander up through a 14 is a hit. That's a triple right there. That is a triple for Moncada. We need to roll for an error. The only way we have an error is on a 1 or a 3. And no error there, but it will be a triple for Moncada. A 1-out triple for Yoan Moncada, and of course the Nationals will play back and not worry about cutting the runner off. Here's Abreu. 4-5, and that is a possible error on a throw. 4-2, that's a ground ball to third. That's a 15. There is no error there, but the runner will score. As Rendon concedes that run, just throwing to first base to get the shore out. And the White Sox are on the board, cutting the lead to 6-1. But now there are 2 outs and the bases are empty. For the new catcher, Wellington Castillo, his first at-bat since coming in for the ejected Brian McCann. Or James McCann. I keep wanting to call him Brian McCann, the former Atlanta Braves catcher. It may still be Atlanta Braves catcher. I don't keep up with it as much this more, but he was more noted for it being the catcher on the Atlanta Braves. 2-5 against Castillo, that's an automatic out. So what the out is, it is a fly to center to end the inning. But a run comes in, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. After 3 complete, it is Washington 6 and the White Sox 1. Minaya can face 6 batters. So let's see what he's done. He's only faced 3, so they're going to try to get 2 innings out of him. Try to eat some innings in back of Despaigne, who could only go 2. So here is Victor Robles. He walked and scored his first trip. 6-1. That's a straight up home run off of Minaya. That's a 15. He's an 8, so no home run, but he will get to swing. 360 grounds to short. 1 away. As Tim Anderson makes the play. Here's Trey Turner. 5-3. That's a strikeout chance. He's not tired, and that will be a strikeout. So Minaya has come in and retired all 5 he has faced. Here's Adam Eaton. 3-5. That's another strikeout chance, and he got him. Boy, Minaya is maniacal in the way he's pitching. 6 up and 6 down. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 6-1 Nationals. But with Washington's bullpen, is any lead really safe? All right, it'll be Jimenez to lead it off against Anibal Sanchez. It'll be Jimenez, Alonso, and Anderson due up. 5-1, strikeout chance, but 20 is too much. 2-2 is a fly to center. 1 away. And Mr. Jimenez is retired. Brings up Yonder Alonso, first baseman. 1-1, strikeout chance, and he got him. Anibal Sanchez with another strikeout. And that'll send us to Tim Anderson. 5-2 with ballpark card going to Guaranteed Rate Field. 1-3, and that's a star 3, which is a fly to right to end the inning. So a 3 up, 3 down for Anibal Sanchez. 4 are in the books. And it is still 6-1 Nationals. Now Minaya is fatigued, but he's retired all 6, so they're going to keep him out there. Try to get 3 innings out of him if possible. But if he hits a fatigue roll, he has to be replaced. So he's got to avoid those. Here's Rendon. 3-5, and that's a strikeout chance. 2, he got him. So Minaya still hot. He's retired all 7 he has faced. Many by the last 3 by strikeouts. Here's Soto. 5-3, and he hit his fatigue roll, so he's got to come out right there. He hit the fatigue roll. Chance for a walk, and it will be a walk. So he gave them all they had. Minaya is going to go 2 1/3. 2 1/3 innings for Minaya. And he will have to be replaced. And let's see who's coming up here. It'll be Kendrick, Adams, and Dozier. They are going with Jose Ruiz. Jose Ruiz, another right-hander, will be coming on for the White Sox. And he will be facing Howie Kendrick. With Soto at first and 1 out. Soto, whoops, can't put him away too quickly because there is an attempt here. He's got an attempt of 1. But chance for a hit and run. I think up 6-1. I think you're just going to play it close to the vest, as they say, and just play it out. Ruiz now 3-5 is a strikeout chance, and 5 got him. So Kendrick out on strikes for out number 2. That brings up Matt Adams, first baseman. Nothing on the Havoc. Ruiz 5-3. We're going to the ballpark card. Guaranteed Rate Field for Matt Adams. 1-5 is a star 2. And that will be a fly to center to end the inning. So Minaya pitches very well. 2 1/3 innings. He did walk one, but he struck out 4 and gave up nothing. And now so far Ruiz has retired the only 2 he has faced. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 6-1. And this inning for the Nationals, no runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. Bottom of the 5th, 6-1, Washington. Bottom of the order, Yolmer Sanchez will be facing Anibal Sanchez. Anibal struck him out the first time. Now Yolmer's trying to get some payback. 5-5 is a possible error. 5-3 is a single to center field. So Yolmer did get some payback with a single to center. There is no error on the play with that 20 being there. So, but it will be a leadoff single for Yolmer Sanchez. His attempt is a 2. But he's not going anywhere. Here's Charlie Tilson. 6-5. That's the ballpark card going to guaranteed rate field. 2-4, and that's a star 4, which is a ground ball to second. Could be a double play. But he's a 1 and he's a -1. They are halfway, gets a 1. So this has to be a 1 for a double play. And it is. How about that? 4-6-3. They turn it. The unlikely double play, but they are able to turn it as Tilson was slow out of the box. And now 2 quick outs bring up Lurie Garcia. And 4, Garcia is a switch hitter batting left, so that is a blank. 5-5, he's going to ground it to Rendon at third to end the inning. So no runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left at the end of 5. It is still Washington 6 and the White Sox 1. And Ruiz is back out as he is not tired yet. He can face 5 batters. He's only faced 2. So they like to get him through this inning if possible. He'll be facing Dozier, Suzuki, and Robles, bottom of the order. All right-handed hitters. 1-2, strikeout chance 19 is too high. Dozier 5-5. He's going to single past third, so a leadoff single for Brian Dozier. Nationals may be trying to get some insurance runs going here. Dozier an attempt of 1. Not going to do a hit and run, I don't believe. So we're going to just call that off. Here's Ruiz. 5-4. That's a walk plus. And a base on balls. Kind of giving a slight glance over to Chad Whitson, and he's not having any of it. He's not even looking back. He's totally ignoring them. 2 on, nobody out for Victor Robles. Nothing on the Havoc. Ruiz to Robles. 1-2 is a strikeout chance. 15 is too high. Go to Robles. 3-4. That's a fly to left. 1 away. Dozier will stand pat. So 1 out for the top of the order in Trey Turner. Nothing on the Havoc. 1-3 is a range play. They are halfway in the infield. Turner 4-5. That's a single to right, though, so we're checking the range of Tilson, the right fielder, and he is a 3. He needs a 3 to keep this from being a base hit, 3 or less. And he gets it, so Tilson cuts that off, takes the base hit away from Turner. 2 down. Now the question is, can the runner get to third? Dozier runs at a 5 on a fly to right. There is no modification, so 1-5, he makes it to third base. 6, that means somebody's out. So let's see here how they want to do that. I think we're going to the throw chart, so there will be an out made, and I believe it's going to probably be Dozier. I don't see who else it would be. Let's see here. 1. So on a 1, lead runner does advance. So they're going to get Suzuki trying to move up. So if I'm scoring this correctly, Dozier does take third, but Suzuki is out 9. We'll call it 9 to 6-4 as they get him on the trail. So I got to take a second to put this into the replay computer so that it makes sense. It's a fly to right, and the runner on second is also going to be out. as it goes 9 to 6 to 4. Actually, that went in there pretty well. All right, so that's going to end the inning. For the Nationals, no runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. So we go. That's those 6s on the D6s can give you some troubles. But when you go to the 1 on the secondary throw, that means the runner advances, and it's the trail runner that's going to be nailed. So nothing doing there for the Nationals. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Sanchez against Moncada, Abreu, and Castillo. And that might be all for Ruiz. We'll have to figure it out. He can face 5 batters. He's gone past that limit, so they may want to pull him. Shall see. Here's Moncada. Tripled and scored his last time up. 6-5 is the ballpark card, going back to guaranteed rate field. 3-6, and that's a star 1, which is a fly to left. 1 away as Soto puts it away. And that will send us to Abreu, designated hitter in this game. 4-6. Range play at guaranteed rate field. 2-3, and that's a blank. So we're going to the rare play chart, and we'll see if the range comes into play afterwards. But the rare play chart does get preeminence. We're using the bases empty version. That's a 53. Slow roller to the pitcher who bobbles. Error on the ground ball, he boots it, then throws wild to first for a 2-base error. Resolved by rolling the pitcher error rate once for each error chance. Okay, so Sanchez is an error of 12. This is to see if he bobbles it or not. He does not bobble it. Let's see if he throws it away. Well, if he didn't bobble, he wouldn't throw it away, would he? That wouldn't make any sense. So if he's not going to bobble, it's just an E3. Or a 1-3, I should say. Because if he doesn't bobble it, he can't throw it away, can he? Or I guess he could throw it away, couldn't he? Let's try and make sure he doesn't throw it away. He does not. Okay. So I was a little bit premature in that. I did need to check that twice. But like Santa Claus, I was checking my list and making my list and checking it twice. So fortunately, didn't have to do any erasing or taping or anything. It worked out to be where both error checks failed. Here's Castillo. 4-6 is a range play. It's guaranteed bank rate or guaranteed rate field again. 4-1. That's a home run to the opposite field. That's a 12. Castillo's a 15. It's gone. You don't have to worry about a range play. Wellington Castillo, who wouldn't even be in the game without the Chad Whitson throwing out McCann, but Castillo comes up with a home run, cuts the lead to 6-2, and now here's Jimenez, 5-1 strikeout chance, and he got him to end the inning. But Chicago gets another run, a run on a hit, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the 7th. It is Washington 6 and Chicago 2. And now we'll check on Minaya. I'm sorry, on Ruiz. I believe he is tired, so they're going to go ahead and pull him, and we'll bring in a new pitcher for the Nationals. It'll be Eaton, Rendon, and Soto. 2 out of 3 lefties. So they're going to go to lefty out of the bullpen. And for the Sox, they will go to left-hander. The left-hander is going to be Josh Osich. So Osich is on for left-handed relief. His job is basically just to pitch the 7th inning. He's a 1-inning guy. That's all they're asking of him, to pitch the 1 inning. So Osich is on. Ruiz did a fine job in relief as they try to stay in the game. Despite falling behind 6-0, it's now 6-2. 6-2 the score. Eaton will be facing Osich, lefty on lefty. 3-2, and that is a possible error on a ground ball. Eaton, 1-1. Ground ball to third. Moncada's a 9. That's a 6. It'll be an error. E5. One base error. That's not what the Sox were looking for. As Osich did his job getting the ground ball, but Moncada couldn't quite handle it. Eaton now with an attempt of 2 minus the 1 is a 1. That's a 1. He's got a chance to steal if he wants to try it. He's a 17. Plus 1 is an 18. Castillo, his arm, is a plus 1, makes it a 19. Anything other than a 20, he's safe. And he's in there. Stolen base for Adam Eaton. Adam Eaton with the steal. The game is still close enough to that strategy rolls are still in place. It's only a 4-run game, and with the Nationals bullpen, you can't just lay back. You got to be aggressive. All right, here's Rendon. Osich to Rendon. 5-6 is a blank. We go to Rendon. 3-2, and against a lefty, that's a single pass first for Rendon, and that should score Eaton with ease. He runs at a 5, S3 to score. All he needs a 4. So he will score with ease. And the Nationals get one of those runs back. It's now 7-2. Rendon. Not going to do anything there. Here's Soto, lefty on lefty against Osich. 1-5 strikeout plus, and he got him. One away. That'll send us to Kendrick. Howie Kendrick. 3-4. And against a right-hander, that's a straight-up home run chance. But Kendrick is only 11. That's a 14, so he can't get the homer. But he will swing. 1-3, and he does single. So a single to pass second base. Rendon should be able to make it to third. All you need is a 3 or better. And Rendon is a 3. So he will make it to third base. Runners are at the corners now for Matt Adams. This will be the last batter for Osich. Lefty on lefty against Matt Adams. After this, he will be replaced. Sox looking for the double play. They're at double play depth. Osich 6-6 is he's not tired. This is the 5th batter, so he has to get to a 6th batter before he's tired. So it won't be a single. 2-5, and that is a fly to right. Fly to right. We're out number 2. Now, is it a sacrifice fly? I should have checked that before I wrote it in there, huh? Sacrifice fly rating on Adams is a 1. No sacrifice fly there. Rendon runs at a 3. So let's see, and Tilson's a 0 arm. It's a 6. That means he's going to be out, or somebody's going to be out. Yep, Rendon is out trying to score, so it's a double play. It's a 9-9-2 double play. And that's the second time they've had a runner thrown out on a fly ball trying to advance. So a double play, to fly out to right. And the runner on third is out at home. So a 9-2 double play ends the inning, and that's going to do it for Osich. He will give up a run. It turns out to be unearned thanks to the error. It's 1 run unearned on 2 hits, 1 big error, and 1 left. So we go to the 7th inning stretch. It is Washington 7 and Chicago 2. Yonder Alonso will lead us off, and for Sanchez, he can face 24 batters. Right now he has faced 23, so batter 24 is upon us. So the Nationals bullpen is loosening. Tanner Rainey, a right-hander, is loosening in back of Sanchez. Also Matt Grace. You got double barrel action in the bullpen. 1-3 is a strikeout chance, and he got him. So now Sanchez is subject to any fatigue roll at this point. But Dave Martinez is going to keep him in there. 4-1, strikeout chance, struck him out. I'll bring up Yomer. They've had a battle. Anibal struck him out in the second, but Yomer got the base hit in the fifth. 3-6 is a range play. We go to Yomer's card. 6-6 is a fly to center. The range of Robles is a 3. And Robles makes the play to end the inning. So that might be it for Anibal Sanchez. He's going to go 7 innings. I think that's probably a good time to cap him. 7 innings pitched, 2 runs on 6 hits. And let's see what he's done for walks and strikeouts. He didn't walk anybody, which is always good for him. Didn't strike out many either, but he didn't have to. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got him for 5 strikeouts and no walks. So for Anibal Sanchez, 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 runs. They were earned, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. And of course, he is in line to get his 5th win of the season. He would improve to 5-2 if he secures that. And now for the White Sox, they will need a new pitcher for Osich. And they will go to their pen once again and look to Kelvin Herrera. So Kelvin Herrera is on to pitch the 8th. And on the replay, Herrera is 1-3 with a 4.71 ERA and 2 saves. So Kelvin Herrera. And they still have Bummer, Marshall, and Colome and Vieira in the bullpen. So they got a lot of bullpen guys that they can go to. So they don't mind making all these changes. Dozier will lead it off, followed by Suzuki and Robles. And I believe Matt Grace is actually going to be coming in for the Nationals in the the bottom of the 8th. Here's Dozier. 1-5, that's a strikeout chance, but that's too much. 2-5, that's a liner to short. Hit it hard, but right at Anderson. 1 away. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. 7-2 Nationals. Suzuki. 2-1, strikeout chance, got him. 2 down. And that'll send us to Victor Robles. 1-5 is a strikeout chance, 17 is too much. Robles, 4-3. Star 5, that's a ground ball to third. Inning's over. 1-2-3 inning, turned in by Kelvin Herrera. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 7-2. Still a 7-2 ball game. And actually, they've changed their mind once again. They're actually going with Tanner Rainey. They need to get Rainey some confidence. He walked in and hit a batter, the winning run in the San Diego series, so they really want to get him some confidence if they can. So Tanner Rainey is going to be coming on. On the replay, Tanner Rainey is 0-2 with a 6.23 ERA, so he definitely can use some confidence, but Dave Martinez will not hesitate to pull him if he starts to falter early on. They don't want to give up this lead and blow this game. All right, so Charlie Tilson, the batter, against Rainey. 1-4, that's a hit by pitch. 14-5 is a 19. He gets plunked. And that's the way he ended the last one, was hitting a batter. So Chad Whitson motioning out to Rainey, saying, you better be careful here, buddy. We're going to throw you out. Not going to get a chance. Here's Garcia. Check for a pickoff. Nothing happening. Here's Garcia. Rainey, 4-3 is the ballpark card. We're going to guaranteed rate field. 2-3, and 2-3 is a rare play again. It's a blank, so we're going back to the rare play, this time with runners on base. Rare play, runners on base. And we get a 65 again. That's the same exact roll. And this time, once again, it's a walk, and the catcher's going to argue, and Whitson's going to throw out Kurt Suzuki. So how about that? Both benches are now infuriated with Chad Whitson. He has gotten way too involved in this game. But that's what happens. So they're going to make the move. Suzuki will be out, and Gomes has to come in and replace him. Actually, Gomes is a better catcher defensively. But it's just the principle thing at this point if you're the Nationals. Kind of wanted to have Gomes get the game off if they could, but didn't how it worked. It's not how it worked out. And of course, if Rainey could find the strike zone, they wouldn't be going through all this. Probably not a good guy to bring in when you got Chad Whitson strike zone all over the place. So that'll bring up Moncada with 2 on and nobody out. And Matt Grace is still loosely in the bullpen. If it gets down to some of these left-handers, he may come in. 2-4, and that's a range play at Guaranteed Rate Field. 5-1, that's a star 6. That's a fly to right. The range is Eaton. He's a 3. And he makes the catch. 1 down. And they're doing runner safe down by 5 runs. They're definitely don't want to get thrown out at third base. That would be ridiculous. Here's Abreu. 1-4, another hit by pitch, and he does plunk him, and he's gone. Tanner Rainey hits his second batter, and Chad Whitson said he has seen enough. He is ejecting him. That's the third player ejected by Chad Whitson, both catchers and now the pitcher. So Rainey is out of here. And this game, I believe, was played on a Monday, so it's rainy days and Mondays are getting the Nationals down right now. Matt Grace is on in relief. See if he can't bring some stability to what is going on here. Matt Grace, the lefty, will be coming on. And for Grace, he is 2-0 with a 4.91 ERA and no saves. And he'll be facing Wellington Castillo. And Tanner Rainey just has control issues out the yin-yang. So all of a sudden, the bases are loaded. The tying run is actually on deck right now. It is 7-2, but a base hit here makes things very, very interesting. 5-1 against a righty. That is a blank. Castillo gets the swing. 4-5 is a fly to right field. Is it a sacrifice fly? His sacrifice fly rating is a 2. It is. Sacrifice fly to right field. That run is charged to Rainey as Tilson will come on. Cuts the lead to 7-3. Now there are 2 outs with runners at first and second for Eloy Jimenez. Jimenez go for a pickoff and nothing's happening. 4-4, and that's a blank, so we go to Jimenez's card. 2-1, star 6, that's a fly to right field to end the inning. So Grace gets him out of it, only allowing the 1 run to score, the inherited runner that is. But that run was charged to Rainey. 1 run on no hits. There were 2 hit batters and a walk. No errors and 2 left. We go to the 9th. 7-3 Nationals. And Trey Turner will lead it off, but we'll need a new pitcher because I think Herrera is done. So they'll go to the pen once again, and they will bring in, let's see who they want to go to this time. They will bring in Aaron Bummer. Aaron Bummer is coming on to pitch. Lefty reliever. He is pitcher number 6 used by the White Sox. And he will be facing Turner, Eaton, and Rendon and Soto. So 2 out of the 4 are lefties. Bummer on the replay is 1-0 with 2 saves and an ERA of 0.83 in 16 games. 21 2/3 innings. So doing very well for himself. They're looking to see if he can keep the score where it is. Turner, 5-6 is going to be the ballpark card. We're going to Guaranteed Rate Field for Trey Turner. 1-1 is a question mark 7. That is a 6. And that means it's a double for Trey Turner off the ballpark card. He doubles, does Trey Turner. Leadoff double. As the Nationals looking for possible more insurance. They only lead by 4. But nothing is safe. Here's Eaton. Lefty on lefty, 2-4. That's a blank. Would have had a walk plus to a righty, but blank to a lefty. Eaton, 5-3. And that's a single to center field. Single to center. We'll check on the running of Turner. He runs at a 3. -1 from Garcia makes him a 2. Single to center to score from second. You add 2. So he becomes a 4 total. 1 to 4. And he scores. And he does. So Turner comes in to score on the base hit by Adam Eaton. And the Nationals now lead it 8 to 3. And Bummer getting bummed out. 8 to 3. Eaton will not try anything with the score now. 8 to 3. He'll stand pat. And here's Rendon. 1-6 strikeout plus, and he does not get him because that's a 19. So no strikeout. Comes up 1 short. 7 plus the 1 there from the stadium is an 8. Plus the 10 is an 18, but the 19 is too high. So Rendon swings 3-5, and he grounds to third. Could be a double play. He's a 3. Pivot is a 0. They were halfway, makes him a 4. 1 to 4 is a double play. And they turn it. 5-4-3, double play around the horn for 2 quick outs. And now that sends it to Howie Kendrick, to Juan Soto, the other lefty. So Bummer in there to face Soto, lefty on lefty, with the bases clear and a run in. 3-5, and that's a walk chance to the lefty. 17 is going to be too much because he walks at a 16, -1's a 15, so that 17 is too high. Soto 4-1 against a lefty. He singles past first base. So Juan Soto with the single. When they really didn't want to have to bring in another pitcher, but they're going to have to now because Bummer is just about tired. So they're going to bring him out. And they're going to bring in that new guy, Vieira. They're going to bring in Thiago Vieira to try to get this last out. He'll be facing Howie Kendrick. With Soto on and 2 out. 6-3, and that is a strikeout chance, but 14 is too much for Kendrick. He swings 5-2. He flies to right, and the inning's over. A run is in for the Nationals. They now lead it 8 to 3 as we go to the bottom of the 9th. For the Nationals, 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. So bottom of the 9th, it is Washington with an 8 to 3 lead. Now I need to look at Matt Grace and see if he can qualify for a save. He did come in the previous inning. Well, you know what? I'll just let the computer tell me that, but I think he can qualify for a save. So we'll leave him out there. Yonder Alonso is the leadoff man, but he's going to be called back. They will pinch hit for him with Ryan Cordell, a right-hander. So Cordell will take Alonso's spot as he will pinch hit here in the 9th for Alonso. Cordell is your new batter. Now Grace only faced 2 batters. He can face 4, so he's not tired yet. Grace to Cordell. 5-3, and against a right-hander, that's a strikeout chance. 16, though, is too much. He missed it by 1. 14 plus 1's a 15. So he does get the swing. 1-2, and he singles to right field. So Cordell pinch hit single to start the inning. And now Wander Suero is picked up, loosening in the bullpen just in case. Here's Tim Anderson. They really rather not get to Doodle if they can avoid it. 6-2, that's a strikeout chance. 17, too high. 6-1, single pass short. That'll put runners at first and second. And now I've got to stop the video, and I'll pick it up in the next day because the wife just came home and I got to stop. So show them a little bit earlier than I thought. Not supposed to be home for about a half hour or so. Thought I had time, but I don't. So we'll pick it up again in the bottom of the 9th later on. We'll be right back, and I'll try to make it seamless so the rest of the video just goes in straight. All right, everybody, sorry about that interruption. Picking this up the next morning. Of course, it'll be seamless to you, but I've got to regroup and figure out where I was. Last couple things that happened, we were in the bottom of the 9th with the Nationals leading 8-3. Ryan Cordell pinch hit for Alonso, got a single. Tim Anderson got a S6 single, but Cordell's run rating is not enough to make him go to third. So we have runners at first and second. These 4 at-bats were against Matt Grace. He is now tired. So Matt Grace has now been lifted from the game. And the Nationals will go to Sean Doolittle. It's not a save situation, but he just hasn't pitched in so long. They need to get him some work, and the other pitchers are kind of, fatigued. So we're going to Sean Doolittle, even though it's not a safe situation, because he just quite simply needs the work. He has not pitched in at least 5 games, so he needs the work. And on the replay, he is 3-2 with a 4.26 ERA and 13 saves. Again, 8-3, nobody out. First and second is a base running situation. Both these runners are the responsibility of Matt Grace. So we'll see if Doolittle can keep the inherited runners from scoring or whatnot. All right, so we are ready to go. Back, starting this thing back up again. A little bit out of sort, but hopefully we will finish this up. And then I can go right into game 67 after this. So we shall see. Actually, this is game 67. We'll go right into game 6. No, this is game 66. My bad. We'll go right into game 67 after this. Different video, but just for me, time-wise, it's going to be right behind the other. All right, so Yolmer Sanchez is up. He's 1 for 3. Infield for the Nationals, of course, playing back with an 8-3 lead. They're not going to do anything funky. White Sox are still runner safe, so unless the results give them automatic advancement, they're not going to take any chances. Doolittle to Sanchez. 2-2 is a range play. And we go to Sanchez's card. 5-2. That's a ground ball back to Doolittle. His range, though, is only a 1. That's problematic right there. But he gets the 1. How about that? And that makes all the difference in the world. Instead of a single that scores a run, it's a potential double play. All right, Sanchez is a 1. Doolittle is a -2. They were halfway. That makes it a 0. But hitting to the pitcher, you add 1, so that becomes a 1. So a double play rating of 1. Anything else, and the runners will most likely advance. That's a 4. Let's see, does 4 beat Tim Anderson's run rating, or does Tim Anderson make it to second base? Tim Anderson is a 4. He's a 5, but he's reduced to a 4, so he will actually advance on that. So it's just going to be a 1-3 ground out is what it essentially turns out to be. Puts runners at second and third. But for the Nationals, it's an all-important first out of the inning. 2 outs to go to try to end this losing streak. And Charlie Tilson, the batter, now he's a lefty against Doolittle, so they're going to pull Tilson. And the only man left on the bench is Rondon, a right-hander. So they're going to go to Jose Rondon, a right-handed hitter. He's not very good, but Tilson's not very good either. So they're going to play the percentages and go with Rondon to pinch hit for Tilson. So Rondon is on, and we'll give you his numbers on the replay as soon as I put it in the computer. Rondon on the replay is hitting .253. And amazingly, he has 6 home runs. That just doesn't even make sense. How would he have 6 home runs? He only had 3 all year, but in my opinion, the replay PC computer is not good for simming. I'll say that out front right now. It is great for data entry, but is not very realistic for simming. The sim results are just horrible most of the time. So that's why I was shunning from using this, but when Strat crapped out, I had no choice. It's great for entering the games that I play manually, though. I will say that. I would not rely on it for a sim. Not at all. All right. Rondon stepping in against Doolittle. Infield is back. 1-1. Strikeout chance 17 is too high. Go to Rondon. 6-3. He's going to single past third base. So how about that? A base hit. And on an S5, to score from home, you need a 5 or better run rating. Tim Anderson is a 5. So he will score as well. It's a 2-run single. Those runs are charged to Matt Grace. It is now all of a sudden an 8-5 game. So Sox not 100% out of it, but a 2-run pinch hit single by Jose Rondon. They are still in run safe, so no strategy role will be incorporated. Here's top of the order, Leury Garcia. 1-2, strikeout chance 11 is too high. Go to Garcia. 5-2, and he's going to single past the pitcher. So that'll put a runner. Let's see if the runner Rondon, he's a 3 to get from first to third rather on an S1. You need a 4 or better, so he will stop at second base. So runners now at first and second, and now the tying run is at the plate in Yoan Moncada. And Doolittle may be showing the rust of not pitching. Dave Martinez doesn't really know what to do here. Javi Guerra is now loosening in the bullpen for the Nationals. What looked to be a blowout, easy win, of course, with the Nationals bullpen, that never seems to be the case. So Doolittle's got to sweat this out. Gomes went out to talk to him. Try to settle him down. Here's Moncada. 2-2 is a range play. They are halfway in the infield, so that will reduce the range by 1 if it's an infield check. 2-6, that's a single to right field. We're checking the range of Adam Eaton. He's a 3. And he will make the play. Thank goodness for that, because that could have been disastrous for the Nationals had he not. We're not going to take any chances on the bases because the runner getting the third is irrelevant in this case. So we're not even going to calculate it because I'm not going to take the chance of getting thrown out and ending the game. That would be really dumb. So it's 2 outs, but now Jose Abreu is the tying run. He's the one that's important. The guys on base aren't important. It's the batter at the plate that's the tying run. That's the one that really matters. That's why we're playing station to station everywhere else. All right, Jose Abreu steps in against Doolittle. 4-3, and do you believe it? It's a home run question mark, but it's only a 1-2. So Jose Abreu will not get a chance to tie the game on a home run, but he will get to swing. 1-6, it's a star 5, and that's going to finally end the ball game. A fly out to center. And the Nationals can now breathe a little bit easier as they head into game 2 of the series. The 3-game winning or losing streak rather has ended. The Sox do put up a 2 spot in the 9th, but Sox now fall short of their rally. They end up with 5 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. And we'll get the totals from the box score. Give you the winning and losing pitchers. Well, the loser is Despaigne because he just didn't have it. And he's 0-1. And the winning pitcher is Anibal Sanchez. He is now 5-2. There was no save in the game. And Matt Grace gets a hold, but I'm not worried about holds. So let's see. Left on base. Let's check the left on base. And we get 6 and 7. 6 for the Nationals, 7 for the White Sox. So there's your final, as it took me physically 2 days to complete it, but hopefully for you guys it's seamless. But 8-5, game 66 is in the books. Nationals improved to 37-29. And we'll wait and see what the Mets do on their game. If they're playing, they might be off this day. I'm not sure. I've checked the schedule. But anyway, 8-5. Sanchez, the winner, proves to 5-2. Despaigne, the loser, is 0-1. And game 67 is the next video in line, and that will be a battle of left-handers as Patrick Corbin goes for the Nationals. He is 6-2 with a 4.10 ERA. And Manny Banuelos for the White Sox, 1-3 with a 3.54. And then after that game, they'll go home and get ready for a 4-game set against the Diamondbacks. But that's going to do it from here. Nationals win it by the score of 8-5, improved to 37-29. Till next time, enjoy playing every game you choose to play.